Hey, I'm Charlie, I'm painfully uncool, and welcome to my channel. Guys, I hit 300 subscribers. Oh my gosh. I know that this isn't a lot to some people, but oh my gosh, I am melting with happiness. So thank you so much. You're all a wonderfully supportive community and I love you all to bits. You're all individually and collectively incredible in your own ways. So I was thinking to myself, what can I do as a special thanks to my subscribers for getting me to this place at such an exponential rate, honestly. I know, I'm extremely private and hate talking about my life, so let's do a Q&A. I genuinely was terrified for these questions to come through, but actually they were all fantastic, so I'm hoping to answer all the ones I got. So alongside this Q&A, as you can already see, I am building a house in The Sims 4, but not just any old house, guys. It's my house in real life. It's not exact and it's not perfect. My house isn't finished in real life to the standard that I want it yet, so that's a bit of a bummer. But I won't explain the whole build during this. You lot can just accept that this was difficult to do, but it looks like my house. It really does. And I'm not going to be putting up any pictures of my in real life house as reference just because it's a little too personal for me to do that right now. But believe me, I did do a good job. It genuinely does look like my house. I was really freaked out by it actually. Anyway, without wasting any more time, as I'm not sure how long this video will be otherwise, let's just get straight into these questions. So the first question is from Finbob, and he wants to know what my favourite Hypixel minigame is. And it's either got to be the Grinch Christmas game, which is only around at Christmas time, and basically you go and steal presents from houses, and the person who has the most presents at the end of the game wins, obviously, and it's really, really fun. It's very festive and just a lot of fun. Or I think my ultimate favourite would be King of the Hill. I think that's just a classic and it's a lot of fun. Finbob also asked me another question, which was, how did you find this community? Honestly, I think the community found me. It just kind of happened all of a sudden. One minute I knew zero Minecraft kids, and the next I genuinely can't imagine my life without you guys. So yeah, thank you for finding me, I guess, in all of this. My next question comes from a good friend of mine, Hope, and she asked, who's your first ever YouTuber? How did you find them and do you still watch them today? I loved this question because I think one of my earliest YouTube watchers was actually Dan Howell. Still a huge fan of him today, by the way, but I watched his videos from right back at the beginning of his channel. I think he only had about 600 subs when I subbed to him, so this is like pretty early on in his YouTube career. I'm pretty sure he was on the homepage with his video Butterfingers, where he like smashes yogurt in his face, I think, at one point. I haven't watched it in a while. But yeah, I still watch his videos to this day, and I will link Dan's video in the description because it's very funny, just in case you've been living under a rock for years and don't know who Dan Howell is. That would be crazy to me, but okay. This question comes from Jesse, aka Fun Squid, and he asked, how much coffee do I drink? I always mention about drinking coffee, but actually I don't think I drink that much, actually. If I wake up in the morning and need the boost, then I'll make one. Or if I'm out for the day, I usually grab a Costa coffee, which is actually where I work now, so that's fantastic. And oh, his bonus, my perfect coffee order is a medium skinny latte with 2 pumps of caramel sauce and 1 pump of praline syrup. Or if it's full, the PSL gets my vote, the pumpkin spice latte. I am a big lover of pumpkin spice. I know, I'm like typical white girl, but I'm sorry, it's delicious. The next question comes from my Simmer friend Mindy, which was, what's your favourite thing about the Sims community? Oh god, like when I saw this question, I was like, how do I answer this? Because there are so many things. The continued support from everyone obviously being the main thing, even though I've been lacking in Sims videos and inspiration lately, like everybody's stuck around, which I massively appreciate, so thank you for that. And there will definitely be more Sims coming soon. I promise. I'm getting back into Sims again now. Also, the level of talent and creativity in the Sims community is crazy high. I look up to so many Simmers because of how freaking talented they are. I'll link a few of my favourite incredible Simmers in the description below, actually. Apologies, like, if you don't make the cut. Obviously, I can't link everybody, but I will link some of my favourites down below. So definitely go and check every single one of those out. The next one comes from Fizz, which is, who's your biggest inspiration? Honestly, in all scenarios, it's my mum. Sorry if that's not the answer you wanted and you expected me to list off like some YouTubers, but I have to be honest here, my mum is incredible. She's such a strong, caring, wonderful woman, and I look up to her in so many ways every single day. So yeah, definitely my mum. Fizz also asked, how did you choose your channel name? So obviously everybody who's watching this should know my channel name is Charlie's Not Cool. It is my name on everything. So if you ever want to find me on any social media, you can find me. Like, my name and my icon, everything is completely the same throughout. It's been my IGN on Minecraft, so my in-game name, for those of you who don't know, since the beginning of time, but I chose it for Minecraft in the first place because I've always been bullied for being like a nerdy, weird, bookish kid, which I am. I am that nerdy, weird, bookish kid, but I was bullied for it, as a lot of people are, and it is terrible, and I'm not condoning that. I'd rather make fun of myself and admit to being uncool than nobody can like throw it in my face at a later date and poke fun at me for it. Like, I've embraced this, so your words can't hurt me kind of thing, and I've just rolled with it for years. So yeah, that's how I chose my name. Luke, aka the Selfish Simmer, his name is totally ridiculous because he's not selfish, he's a lovely person. He wants to get to the real dirt with some quickfire questions. Okay, so I haven't done a script for this, so here goes. Ice cream or frozen yogurt? Oh, ice cream. Definitely ice cream. Myself and Corey are mad for ice cream. Corey is my boyfriend, for those of you who don't know. I am going to tell a little bit of a story about us in a little bit after these quickfire questions, so stick around for that. Cats or dogs? Cats. I love my cat so much. She is the sweetest. I have a 12-year-old cat called Cub, and she's just fantastic. She's beautiful. I rescued her on her birthday, actually, from Cats Protection. So we went to Cats Protection, I chose her, we took her to the vets 1 week later for some injections and a checkup, and turns out, yeah, we adopted her on the 20th of March 2019, which was her 12th birthday, so that was really, really sweet, and I was very happy about that. Also, yeah, I just prefer cats because I think it's nicer being loved by a cat than a dog, because you know a cat really means it when they have to eventually kind of love you a little bit, but dogs be like, you know, I sniffed you one time, now I love you forever, which I think is a little superficial on dogs' part, to be honest. Cats are more hard work, and therefore, for me, their love is more rewarding, I think. Beer or wine? Neither. I rarely drink alcohol, but when I do, it's either a cocktail, server's choice, obviously, because they know best, or coconut Malibu and lemonade, because it's like a tropical vacation in my mouth, and I love it. The next question is Buckyball or shuffleboard? I don't know what Buckyball is, or even if I'm pronouncing that correctly, so I guess I'm going to have to go shuffleboard, but I've never played either of them. Sorry. And the last one from Luke is cool or not cool. So, okay, temperature cool, but everything else not cool, obviously. It's the fun way to live, just trust me on that. So we're going to end the last question, which is my amazing friend Vincey's question. And it is, what's the reason why you started playing video games? And I love you so much. So first of all, I love you too, King. And secondly, Buckle up, kids, because Miss Uncool is going to tell you a long-ass story. I've always loved video games. So I remember playing the Powerpuff Girls and Inspector Gadget games on my Game Boy Advance way back in the day. I think it might have actually been my brother's Game Boy Advance, but anyway. Snake on my Nokia Brick was always fun somehow, and The Sims 2 was my absolute staple game, but my computer was crap, so it ran so slow, it took 4 hours to make a sim, and that's not even a good one. And Rugrats Angelica's Mole Shopper for GameCube was an absolute fave. I must have racked up 1,000 hours on that, easy. However, my love for games really came to fruition when I was about 15, I think. For those of you who don't know, my boyfriend Corey is somebody I have known since I was 13 years old, and that's a long time. I actually lived with him for a year when we were only 15 because of just family circumstances that I'm not going to disclose here, obviously. It's in the past anyway, it's fine, we're all good now, it's okay. Anyway, he loved video games, and that's where my love for them really came in. Every day after school, his friends would come around to Corey's parents' house, where I was staying also, and we would play Rock Band every single day after school. So I was always the singer, and everyone thought I was great. I don't think I can sing, but they all thought I was great, and I gained a lot of confidence through that. I loved that feeling the game had given me, and then I got a Nintendo DS and Professor Layton. I played that religiously until I completed it, and it was over the Christmas period, and I genuinely think the first Professor Layton game, it only took me about a week to complete. I was just that hooked on it. And from there, I got Animal Crossing, Zelda, My Sims, Pokemon, everything for my DS. Then I bought an Xbox when I was 16, I think, and the love grew. I played Banjo and Kazooie and Viva Pinata so much so that next to my bed was a guide on every single pinata and how to catch them. Not that I needed it, but it was there for emergencies. Around the age of 20, I had enough money to buy a fairly decent laptop for myself, and I bought The Sims 4 and Minecraft. They ran perfectly, so I was immediately hooked on both those games like never before. This was around the time I started watching YouTube religiously too, I think. I was at home a lot that year, so I had very little to do. It was very, very boring. And I thought about making a YouTube channel, but didn't know what to do or where to start. But I was watching a lot of gamer YouTubers at this time and knew that that's what I wanted to do, but I wasn't ready yet. Anyway, 6 years later, and myself and my childhood sweetheart move in together, finally. Corey brings his custom-built Wonder PC, which I adore, which is what I'm using right now. And then I got sick. So I had a cyst on my ovary back at the start of this year, just after me and Corey had moved in together, and it sucked. I hurt a lot, all the time. I was so lethargic, I was in a lot of pain, and I couldn't work. I was home all the time again, so my confidence and self-respect just immediately disappeared. I was bored and lonely all the time because Corey was at work Monday to Friday. I didn't have anything to do. I was devastated, basically. So I started playing a lot of video games again, just to do something, just for something to do and to keep my brain kind of active. It's something that I hadn't done for a while either. I just hadn't had time up until that point to play a lot of video games. Shortly after that, I made a YouTube as a way to curb my boredom, honestly, but it became something so much more. You guys really helped me through a very hard time in my life, and I don't think any of you realise just how much you helped me or how low I really was at the time I started my YouTube, because I hid it so well. And it's breaking my heart to say this now because I never actually wanted to be really personal on my YouTube, but I think you guys really deserve to know that you saved me from a really, really dark place. I have made so many friends in the past few months that they're just incredible. I've got chills just thinking about how amazing they are. And I never would have had those people in my life if I hadn't have started YouTube. So this has been incredible for me. It's not about getting monetized and getting money or any of that. It is just about having this incredible community that I just love to death. You're all insanely awesome. So Thank you to everyone who has asked me questions over on Twitter. Much appreciated, because I couldn't have done this video without you guys, obviously. All these wonderful people's social media links will be posted below, so go check them out because they're all amazing people. Whether they have a YouTube channel or not, they are all incredible, and you should definitely go follow all of them on Twitter because they're very interesting people. And thank you to everyone else watching this video, who's watched any of my videos, who's subscribed or liked or commented over the past few months. I am forever going to be in awe of the fact people want to watch me talking, playing video games badly. But I'm forever going to be grateful. So thanks again for being here for this very special milestone to me. And here's to many more. Hit a like below if you're a kind person. Oh god, that's so cringy, but do it! Subscribe if you're not already, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.